Rebel Moon. Obviously, you guys saw the Rebel Moon presentation, Gamescom, everything like that. And we got Zack Snyder was on stage. He even released a message too, which he wanted to, tell people about. So we'll watch that real quick right here.
Hey guys, I'm Zack Snyder. I've been working on this idea for this film Rebel Moon for about 20 years. I'm excited for you to check out the trailer. And if you want more on Rebel Moon, go to todoom.com.
They did announce, of course, that there is going to be, in fact, a video game, which we already knew that there was going to be a video game attached to the Rebel Moon universe, and it's going to be Super Evil Megacorp that's going to be partnering with them. Rebel Moon game partnership announced earlier this year. Super Evil Megacorp had the privilege of announcing our partnership with Netflix in an effort to support a major new IP. Of course, that's never been the full story, and we've done our best to stay tight-lipped and patient until the time was right to share more. Zack Snyder took the stage with Jeffrey, King, whatever the heck his name is, at Gamescom opening night live 2023 to reveal the trailer for his upcoming sci-fi epic Rebel Moon and the confirmation of our partnership to work with Netflix and filmmaker Zack Snyder on a Rebel Moon game. We couldn't be more thrilled. To me, I mean, I guess it's going to be more of a mobile game. It's not going to be like this crazy, it's not going to be like some of the other games out there, but, it's still something. You're still going to tie into it. It's still going to be great. And I'm sure a lot of us are going to be like going down that journey to play it. So, of course, we had this image from Zack that was released yesterday of Sofia Boutella, which, well, after watching the trailer and seeing how everything goes, you can kind of tell that this is a flashback to when she was, fighting as a soldier and things did not go well. But this is such a crisp, beautiful photo right here. My God. There's some more things too that were answered when it came to Rebel Moon, which, just go to Tadum, just like he said in there right here. Where did the idea of Rebel Moon first come from and what were your inspirations? I have a love of putting the team together movies. He talked about Dirty Dozen, Magnificent Seven. What's funny about this is we all know that Rebel Moon was at one point Zack Snyder's pitch for a Star Wars film. He does not really mention Star Wars. He did not really mention Star Wars up on stage, which I thought was interesting. But it does say it right here. I saw lightly, briefly, as a potential Star Wars movie. And then after Army of the Dead, it just felt like during the pandemic, it really just stated into a real movie. While Army of the Dead was probably still in post, I was pitching it to Netflix's follow-up. So why make this film at Netflix versus a traditional studio model of these franchises? There were a lot of advantages for me to do it at Netflix. Well, yeah, they gave them free range to do a lot of things. Other studios don't tend to do that. One, I had a great experience on the Army films. I produced Army of Thieves and I produced and directed Army of the Dead. And it just felt like they were so great. And so they were the first ones I pitched the idea to. I'm sure if they had said no, I could have ended up somewhere else, but they were very enthusiastic and into it. And also the structure of what I wanted to do with the two movies, with the releases being kind of close together, only on a streamer could do. But we want it to be out in theaters. What are your feelings about releasing this teaser to the fans across the globe after years of building the Rebel Moon? Just super excited. It's always fun to release a trailer for the first time. We've had a few of these releases, and it's always exciting and good fun. This is a big franchise with a female character at the center. What drew you to cast Sofia Boutella as the heroine? She's more than I ever could have hoped for. Honestly, I pitched her from the beginning. I had her in mind for some reason that happens to me with casting. And we all know that Zack Snyder has excellent casting. I'll see someone and be like, I'm going to put them in a movie. I'm going to figure it out. She was this mysterious quality. She has this mysterious quality. She's super physical. Yes, she is. If you've seen her workout photos, holy Lord. Her background as a professionally trained dancer was useful, no doubt. Yes, totally, no doubt. We don't have to go totally into all this right here. We'll get to breaking down the trailer. Ed Skrein plays, of course, he's playing the villain right here. Ed is a nutcase in this movie. I mean, as a person, he's amazingly disciplined and dedicated and meticulous, but his character, Noble, is completely unhinged, and he really does a great job. The cool thing about the character is, unlike a traditional bad guy, he's the status quo. He's the government. He's not an outlaw or a criminal. He represents law and order. So he's not running from anything. He's not hiding from anything. Everyone's hiding from him. It's a cool dynamic for a bad guy, and he really embraced it. And the training, of course, he and Sophia did 99% of the fighting themselves, and they did such an amazing job. Woo! And then, of course, the big time thing talking about the director's cut. The film will eventually have a director's cut. What can fans be excited to see? The director's cut is close to an hour extra of content. Hour! So I think it's legitimate. The legitimate extended universe version, you really get to see a lot. It's just more painted in all the way. The director's cut is a settle in deep dive, which I have notoriously done throughout my career. I don't know how I got into the director's cut thing, but what I will say about is that for me, the director's cuts have always been something I had to fight for in the past, and nobody wanted it. You hear that, Warner Brothers? Huh? Okay. It was this bastard child that I was always trying to put together, and because they felt like there was a deeper version. And with Netflix, we shot scenes just for the director's cut. So we already had it going into it, which is great. So in that way, it's really a revelation because it gives that second kick at the can for big fans, like a real discovery that they would not otherwise get. I'm really excited about it. For me, it's just really sort of the endless rabbit holes that we've kind of dug for everybody and for ourselves, frankly. But in the world building aspects of making this movie, we really have endured to leave or endeavored to leave no stone unturned and go as far as we could. It's like the movie ended, and the movie will end for everyone who's watching it. But the way that the movies are made is like a snowball rolling down a hill. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So